Hello, everyone. My name is Cora Denny, and today I will be presenting my rhetorical criticism for visual rhetoric. So here's my table of contents. First, we'll be talking about background, where I'll be talking about gun violence and moms demand action. Second is my rhetorical framework. I decided to use Jolliffe's rhetorical framework. Third is the ad campaign. I'll introduce you to the other ads of my campaign as well as my ad. And fourth is the rhetorical criticism. This is where I perform my rhetorical analysis. According to a 2019 article featured in the Journal of Behavioral Medicine and written by Alan J. Kirstensen et al., nearly 40,000 Americans die each year due to gun-related violence. These are not counting the additional 70,000 Americans that sustain serious gun-related injuries. Firearms have always posed a serious risk to public health and safety, but due to lack of funding, research in this area has fallen behind other health and safety problems. In recent years, the media has been filled with news of consecutive high-profile shootings. So much so, gun violence has started to be recognized as a public health issue. According to Amnesty International, a global organization focused on human rights, easy access to firearms is one of the main causes of gun violence. They state that there are 80 million new small firearms and 50 billion rounds of ammunition produced each year. Many of these high-profile shootings occur in places of education. These occur so often they've coined their own term, school shootings. These can have an obvious impact on people's education, sometimes making parents or students afraid of schools. Gun violence is a racially charged issue as well. Data from May of 2021 shows 66% of mass shooters were white. Also, gun violence disproportionately affects people of color, especially Black individuals. In 2017, Black Americans accounted for 58.5% of gun-related homicide deaths, despite only being 13% of the population. This is why Moms Demand Action was created. This is their mission statement on their website. Moms Demand Action is a grassroots movement of Americans fighting for public safety measures that can protect people from gun violence. We pass stronger gun laws and work to close the loopholes that jeopardize the safety of our families. We also work in our own communities and with business leaders to encourage a culture of responsible gun ownership. We know that gun violence is preventable, and we're committed to doing what it takes to keep families safe. Moms Demand Action was founded by Shannon Watts, a mother of 5. After the devastating Sandy Hook shooting in 2012, Watts created a Facebook group with a message that all Americans, quote, can and should do more to reduce gun violence. This group turned into a movement of individuals working together to end this, quote, uniquely American crisis. Now I'll introduce you to my rhetorical framework. The framework I will be using for my analysis is Jolliffe's rhetorical framework. This framework was created by David Jolliffe and was initially developed for AP Summer Institutes. His framework is showed on this diagram I recreated. These ads were produced by Moms Demand Action in 2013, part of a campaign called Choose One. These ads were featured in the campaign alongside the ad I chose, which I'll show on the next slide. The statement that all these ads use is, one child is holding something that's been banned in America to protect them. Guess which one? The format is also the same. 2 children standing next to each other or sitting next to each other, one with a gun and one with a ridiculous banned item. The ad on the left in the bottom says, we ban the game dodgeball because it's viewed as being too violent. Why not assault weapons? And on the right reads, we keep Little Red Riding Hood out of schools because of the bottle of wine in her basket. Why not assault weapons? This is the visual I decided to analyze. At the top, it has the same phrase that all the others do, and at the bottom it says, we won't sell Kinder chocolate eggs in the interest of child safety. Why not assault weapons? For my rhetorical analysis, we will start with the rhetorical situation. First, exigence. This advertisement was created only months after the devastating Sandy Hook shooting. For context, Sandy Hook occurred in December of 2012, and the ad was released in July of 2013. After the shooting, many other subsequent shootings occurred, such as the Santa Monica College shooting and the Trayvon Martin shooting and case. Also around this time, on January 4th, 2013, the assault weapons ban of 2013 was a bill introduced to Congress. Unfortunately, it was defeated in the Senate on April 17th by a vote of 40 to 60. Moms Demand Action were big supporters of this bill. The primary audience of this image is American parents. It's produced by Moms Demand Action and features children. The secondary audience is American citizens in general, who also most likely want to protect children. The primary purpose of my image is a call to action to the American public to do something about these hypocritical laws. This purpose can be seen with the rhetorical question, website name, and link. Next are the appeals. The first is logos. This image uses logic because we all know that Kinder eggs are not more dangerous than assault rifles. Yet the Kinder eggs are banned in the United States while the guns are not. Next is ethos. In terms of credibility, this ad is credible because it is well produced and comes from a trustworthy organization. The ad was also featured on other credible media sites like the Huffington Post. Shannon Watts, the creator of Moms Demand Action and the advertisement's campaign supervisor, also adds credibility, especially to parents because she's a mother herself. Next is pathos. With the school setting of the ad, the real children pictured, and the realistic looking gun, many people, especially parents, will have very strong feeling towards these ads, like sadness or anger. In our society, we're often very protective of children. So seeing them something so close to something so dangerous like a gun can be very emotionally jarring. With this ad, parents are almost forced to imagine their child being at risk due to gun violence or school shootings. So the structure of the ad. The main focus of this image is definitely the gun and the fact that it's being held by a child. Not only are guns usually jarring, but having such a large gun as the AR-15 dwarfs the child's upper body in comparison. The background is in a school, showing the most dangerous gun-related issue for children, school shootings. It is also pretty dark, which adds to the solemn theme of the ad and its subject. Since the words, especially at the bottom, are so small, the viewer's eyes are drawn to the picture before the words. This allows the viewer to process the photo first, have a possibly emotionally charged reaction, and then read the text. This way, if they're pro-gun, the image of the children might have more effect on them than just words. Next are our surface features. First is diction. The advertisement uses words with strong connotations, like banned, and everything is in all caps to draw the viewer's attention. Using the phrase assault weapons is much more emotionally charged than a phrase like guns. Next is syntax. By using the word child as the second word in the sentence, it puts emphasis on the word, the goal of the campaign, and also connects the phrase to the image. Then it goes on to explain what the kids are holding, giving you a better idea of why the two children are holding such juxtaposed items. When considering syntax, shorter sentences can convey passion about a subject, which is the case for this image, since the group is passionate about gun sense. It puts the words America towards the end, since gun rights in America is such a charged issue. This allows a better chance for the image to get across to the audience before using a trigger word. The use of having guess which one in bold with a period gives a sense of seriousness and exasperation with the hypocritical laws. Then at the bottom, in smaller letters, it states what the ad was trying to get across by asking a question. The article uses the rhetorical question 2 times. The first use of the rhetorical question is when the ad asks, guess which one? Most Americans know the gun is not banned. The second is when the ad states Kinder eggs are banned and asks, why not assault weapons? These 2 questions are able to exemplify the irrational logic of the government that puts gun rights above human rights. The ad also uses color symbolism. The phrase, guess which one, is in red. In Western culture, red is known to symbolize aggression, danger, violence, and blood. Finally, the advertisements use allegory. By having the gun so large in front of the child, it shows that in the United States, we put our gun rights before our children. Also, the children with the guns are white and the ones with the other items are people of color. This shows how many mass shooting perpetrators are white and how people of color are disproportionately affected by gun violence. Overall, this ad uses visual rhetoric very effectively. By using Jolliffe's rhetorical framework to analyze the visual, I was able to complete a thorough visual analysis that covered the image's rhetorical situation, appeals, and surface features.